Hello, everyone. It's good to be back with you again. It has been a while. I hope you all are doing well. I'm back with you all today to discuss about something that I found very amusing in the last couple of weeks. I was reading a book to my daughter. I love reading books to my daughter, and some of the books, as you know, she's 8 years old, so some of the books they are quite simple, tailored to her age, but the beauty lies in that simplicity. So when I read some books to her, I realize sometimes my mind is blown, as in, yes, it makes so much sense. As we grow old, we forget the simplicity of nature. We forget the beauty of being simple, and we mistake complexity for growth or development or better, which is not true. Beauty lies in simplicity. Some of the stories that they read, some of the um, poems, are lessons of life that they are taught through those stories. Uh, those are quite simple, and I think we would do a far better job if we stayed with those stories and lessons for the rest of our lives. But for some reason, we grow old, and with that growing brings all the complexities and problems of life. Life is not supposed to be like this. Life is supposed to be quite simple and easy and happy. At the end, we all die anyway. So what's the point? Anyways, I digress as always. The reason I am making this video today is to share four statistics or data points that I read in one of her books that blew my mind away. And I wanted to share that with you all today. So the first is about the size of Earth or the size of the universe. Sometimes I find it very interesting to just think about our place in the universe, how big the universe is, and how small Earth is, and how almost inconsequential our lives are, but at the same time, how unique we are and how much it matters. Um, and the beauty of being a sentient, conscious, living being in this universe. Are we spatial? Are we the center of the universe? Versus, do we even matter? Um, I love that philosophy. And uh, one of the talks actually that first provoked me to think about our place in this universe was that speech by Carl Sagan uh, when he went to the space and came back, and how he saw Earth from the space. It's a famous speech. I'm pretty sure there are several versions of that on YouTube. I'll put a link in my notes uh, so you can look at that speech for yourself. But when you take that larger perspective, just think about it. When you're living as a human being on Earth, you're fighting for a small piece of land. The countries are fighting against each other. People are fighting against each other. We think we need to hoard property, um, and one small inch of land matters enough that we are ready to lose our lives. We are ready to take away other people's lives, just to hold on to that extra inch of land. And human beings are the only animals who do that, in terms of hoarding property, saving for the future. No other animal does that. I mean, we have freezers. We even don't trust ourselves to have another meal, so that we want to save whatever we have today and we want to hoard them. But all other animals, they trust themselves that they will have another meal. Again, I'm losing the plot here. So let's get back to uh, these 4 or 5 data points that I learned from my daughter's book that blew my mind. And one is about our place in the universe, how big we are, how small we are. And this book is very interesting because it provides perspective of all these data points in terms of real life examples that we all can relate to. So the first is, it says, think about the Milky Way galaxy. Our universe has billions and billions of galaxies. And Milky Way galaxy is our galaxy, which again has billions of stars in it, of which Sun is one of them, a medium-sized star. But let's assume that that Milky Way galaxy is the size of a dinner plate, of a dining plate. And if the Milky Way galaxy was the size of a dinner plate, then forget about Earth. How big do you think the solar system is in that dinner plate? How much space would solar system occupy in that dinner plate? Remember, the dinner plate is not the universe, it's just our own galaxy, Milky Way galaxy. And I'm not talking about Earth, the whole solar system. And the answer is it would be far smaller than a speck of dust on that dinner plate. So small that we could not see with our eyes. Our entire solar system. Of course, I knew this in terms of absolute numbers. This is the mass of the sun. This is the volume of the solar system. This is of the Milky Way galaxy, and so on. But to put it into this perspective, in real life example, my mind was blown. If the Milky Way galaxy is a dinner plate, then solar system is so small that you can't even see it. It's less than the speck of a dust on that plate. Which made me wonder how big the universe might be. And the answer is the universe is as big. With that example, if Milky Way galaxy is a dinner plate, then the universe is the size of Belgium, the country Belgium. Now imagine that. The whole country Belgium is the universe. And among billions and billions of galaxies, the Milky Way galaxy, our galaxy, is one dinner plate in the entire country. And our solar system is so small, less than the speck of a dust, that we can't even see it on the dinner plate. And then there is Earth. And then there are people like you and me communicating this way. How small are we? How meaningless it is. At the very same time, how meaningful it is that we are sentient and conscious, and we are asking these questions, and we are thinking about these things. Uh, how unique we are, how amazing it is. Uh, Carl Sagan says that when he went to space and when he looked down upon Earth, I think he called it the tiny blue dot. A tiny blue dot just wandering around in space. Seems to have been lost its path in this space. But there are people like you and me in that tiny blue dot who are fighting about 1 centimeter of land. We are killing people for that. We are creating artificial boundaries in that tiny blue dot and claiming this part is mine, that part is yours. A dolphin never asked for a passport. It swims all around the world without caring which part of the world it is in. There are no visa restrictions for an elephant. We are so unique. We are so smart as human beings, but we are so stupid at the same time. Isn't it mind blowing? Anyways, I will get back to you with one more data point like this from that same book in my next video. See you.